Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Friday! The first weekend is coming since Ni no Kuni launched, and I wanted to make a video to make sure you can spend your free time properly and efficiently for maximum benefits. And so, in this video, I'll talk about farming or grinding, some efficient ways of getting more experience, gold, and increase your CP at the same time, and show you some of the best early grinding spots. Before we begin, I'd like to address some minor criticism towards my content, and I'm not mentioning the monetization of the game. My channel and content has always been about love for video games and gameplay in the past 8 years, and so I strictly focus on showing these aspects and concentrate on the video game parts. I do not wish to influence anyone considering any of the marketing or monetization practices because simply that is not why I do content creation. And I think it's the healthiest if I remain neutral on the topic and instead help as much as I can on how to enjoy the game and play the game. Thank you for understanding. Now let's get started. We've already established that the bulk of your experience every day will come from your daily Swift solutions and your kingdom experience rewards you can purchase. After that, your best bet is grinding monsters using energy potions to increase your experience gain. But there is a way to increase the maximum amount of experience you can get every day by up to even 50% with proper farming techniques and smart potion usage. Every day, the player can complete 5 daily Swift solutions to gain large amounts of experience and crafting materials. But you can also use items called Swift Solution Certificates to increase the amount of quests you can do every day, giving a large boost to your overall potential leveling. These certificates are relatively rare rewards from various different activities, but they can be steadily acquired if you know how. You'll get fixed certificates from your weekly quests or various other main story rewards and events, and they do stack up to a maximum of 25, so be careful not to waste any. But what most people don't know is that these certificates can actually be farmed every day to ensure you can do more dailies. One method of acquiring more is filling up your monster records by gathering their Soulstones. This part of the codex can be quite grindy, especially as you go up in level, but certain monsters that appear in this list can drop their Soulstones that you can gather up and fill your codex. Once you fill a whole category, like a region in your codex, you're eligible to take the rewards for that section, and some of those rewards are Swift Solution certificates, along with other valuables such as Tetris blocks or even tickets. Filling the Soulstones also award your account with character power, so it's also a passive way to get stronger somewhat. To increase the drop rate of these Soulstones, the higher level you are, the better, and additionally, they designed a potion for this purpose, which is our Aroma of Focus, increasing Soulstone drop rates by 700%, and this is also something you can acquire daily just like energy potions. Another way of acquiring more certificates is to gather Torn certificates. The in-game shop has a daily 3 limit to purchase Swift Solution certificates for 100 Torn pieces each, up to 300 for 3 of them. This means even if you already have maxed all your Soulstones, every day you can acquire 3 additional Swift Solution missions that you can complete. To acquire these Torn tickets, you have 2 choices. The first and possibly the fastest is to participate in open world events called Chaos Gates. These spawn randomly around the world and the game warns you about it. Giant purple portals will appear and players will have to fight hordes of strong elemental beasts until a special boss arrives that you can defeat. Once this boss is defeated, several shining pearls will scatter around that you have to compete with other players for, to kick them and gain rewards such as purification medals and also Torn certificates. The second slower but more guaranteed way of acquiring your Torn certificates is to kill monsters in the open world that are at least within 8 levels of your character. You can check that Torn certificates are actually in the loot table of every single monster, even though it's extremely low. Gathering them will take lots of time, so it's advised to AFK farm these. As far as I know, none of the potions actually affect their drop rates. I tried them all, but for now I don't really have a fixed information I can guarantee on this topic. But we know drop rates are increased if you're in a party, so that might work. But nothing I used actually showed significant change in the amounts of certificates that they were dropping. Knowing this, you can combine gathering Soulstones and Torn certificates at the same time though, by logging into the character that's close in level to the monsters you're grinding, so you get both rewards while keeping an eye out for any Chaos Gates spawning on the world map. So Soulstones and Torn certificates are pretty neat, right? In Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds, there is a level system that's important to understand if you aim to grind for items. That rule is that you can only be 8 levels higher than a monster if you wanted to drop any of their special prizes. If you're any higher level, they'll only drop gold or their soulstones, I believe. Knowing that, we can now choose better farming spots to acquire both experience, gold, and crafting items, and even certificates while also working towards filling our codex. But where should you grind then? Is the Chaos Field better or open world farming? The answer is that they both are great for different purposes. We already know that open world is great for farming soulstones and certificates, but they both have a limit, so I think open world grinding is somewhat that's better done under manual control, so you can make sure you're not gathering unnecessary soulstones that you already completed, or more certificates that you can actually use, even though that's really hard. The Chaos Field, on the other hand, rewards exclusive and unique rewards such as item socket gems and skill books you cannot acquire from anywhere else. These are also items that you need a lot anyway, since skill pages are also extremely rare, and gathering them is a slow process. But none of them have a maximum limit, meaning the Chaos Field is the perfect zone to park your characters overnight in AI mode. Now, what are some good places to farm in open fields? There are several great areas to farm in every single zone, and you can even check it yourself. Clicking on the minimap, you can select the Monsters tab to see a full list of enemies in every zone. Holding down the mouse button on them will show additional information about them, most importantly, the obtainable items. In my opinion, the best places to grind open world are the ones where you have the chance to loot these so-called vintage and prototype trunks. These are rare loot boxes monsters can drop you, and each of them offer valuable random rewards from upgrade materials to Tetris blocks or even passive skill books. My current favorite location is in the Serene Forest, hunting the boar packs as they drop certificates, soulstones, chests, and even gold coins that I can sell for additional gold. That is everything I planned for this video, everyone. If you properly plan your daily routine, doing all your Swift solutions, farm your certificates, and then continue on with your normal daily farming and activities, these tips will increase the amount of progress you can achieve by at least 30%. Since storing certificates are quite random, it can be a pain to acquire all 300 every day, but it's really worth it. If anyone gains more information on this, please let me know in the comments. I'm also doing my best to gather more information on how I could increase their drop rates. But hope this video helped everyone, and please keep enjoying Ni no Kuni. Thank you for your amazing support, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.